This episode is brought to you by pastasworld.com, where you can find jigsaw puzzles, coffee and tea mugs, canvas and poster prints, iPhone cases, and more. You can even order custom items with your own pictures. Go to pastasworld.com or the Pastas World shop on Etsy to learn more.
You're listening to I Love This TV Show, The Golden Girls.
Hi, and welcome to the I Love This TV Show podcast. I'm your host, Noelle from pastasworld.com. Each season of this podcast will contain a TV show in full. This means the length of the season depends on the length of the TV show. The first season is, of course, The Golden Girls.
The Golden Girls, Season 1, Episode 7, The Competition. Sophia is in the kitchen singing while she cooks. Dorothy comes in and is excited about what she's making. It's her special 14-hour sauce. Dorothy knows something special is going on. Rose comes in and both compliments and insults her simultaneously. Rose: "Oh, Sophia, that smells heavenly. Is it Chef Boyardee?" Sophia: "Stick it in my heart, Rose. It'll hurt less." Blanche comes in, pays no attention to the sauce. Instead, she announces she's bought a new bowling ball. She wants to win the tournament with Rose this year. Rose, on the other hand, is not so excited. Dorothy says she might join the tournament. Sophia says she should. She had a 180 average. Dorothy, in turn, says Sophia was an even better bowler. Dorothy asks Sophia to team up with her, but Sophia says she's busy. Sophia hands Dorothy a note from Augustine Bagatelli. She was engaged to him once, and Blanche teases her about it. Dorothy: "Who is Augustine Bagatelli?" Sophia: "Nobody. Just a boy I knew from my village in Sicily that I was engaged to once." Dorothy: "What?" Blanche: "Well, what do you know? Sophia has a past." Sophia: "That's right, but unlike yours, I didn't need penicillin to get through it." The engagement ended as he went off to war, and she never heard from him again. Suddenly, Sophia sees Blanche going for her sauce and chases her off. It's now the day of Augustine's arrival. Sophia is all in black. Dorothy tells her she looks like a widow in mourning. And Sophia's like, "Oh good, he'll know I'm single." Rose comes home and thinks Augustine has died. The doorbell rings suddenly, and it is Augustine. Dorothy introduces herself and then exits. The two are a bit awkward at first. They each speak about their deceased spouses, and they finally decide to go for a walk. Rose: "I think it's just amazing that a man would look up his first love after all these years. Well, I wonder why Italian men are so romantic." Dorothy: "It's the tight pants, Rose." Rose had been listening from the kitchen. She thinks the whole thing is absolutely adorable. She gushes about how romantic Italian men are. Later, Blanche comes into the kitchen, upset that Dorothy is teamed up with Rose for the bowling tournament. Turns out both Blanche and Dorothy are a little surprised because Dorothy didn't know this either. Rose did it without asking. She has a problem with extreme competitiveness. Dorothy: "Rose, how could you do a thing like this?" Rose: "I admit it. I have a problem. I'm too competitive when it comes to athletics. I've never told anybody this before, but I had to transfer high schools because of a field hockey incident." Dorothy is livid and says she will not bowl with Rose. However, Blanche tells them that she has a new partner, one of the twins. They are both fighting and they're not bowling together. Rose becomes desperate, and that starts to get a little scary. Dorothy actually looks afraid. Out on the lanai, Dorothy's repotting a plant. Sophia joins her. She just returned from a date with Augustine. He's invited Sophia to come with him to a festival in Sicily. Dorothy freaks out and worries that something could happen. Dorothy refuses to loan her the money for the airfare. Sophia. Dorothy's trying to keep Augustine and me apart. Rose. That absolutely adorable man? Dorothy, how could you? Sophia. Oh, Rose, you're such a good person. Many, many times I wished you were my daughter. Dorothy. Ma, please. Sophia. And you, Dorothy, are a tall disappointment. Sophia spills the beans that Rose is dumping Dorothy as her bowling partner, and Dorothy is livid. Rose has decided to team up with the other twin. Dorothy. Rose, get professional help. Blanche comes out on the lanai and she's upset. She tells them the twins are back together. The guy they were fighting over is dead. Rose tries to sidle back up to Dorothy. She asks Blanche to be her partner instead of Rose. Sophia comes out and volunteers to be Rose's partner. It's another day, and Dorothy is trying to wake Blanche for bowling practice. She winds up dropping her voice an octave and tricking Blanche. It's 6 a.m., and Dorothy wants to practice. Blanche has had enough. Dorothy then reminds Blanche that Rose dumped her. Blanche goes on about how much she hates being dumped, and her fire is reignited. Dorothy. Honey, aren't you forgetting something? Rose dumped you. Blanche. That's right. She did. I hate being dumped. I just hate it. I haven't been dumped since Wade Honeycutt threw me over for Rebecca Wilkinson, a girl who did not value her reputation. Dorothy. Did you let him get away with it? Blanche. Hell no. Dorothy. What did you do? Blanche. Slept with his brother. Come on, partner, let's go get even. Dorothy. Oh, please, Blanche. I'm 55 and Rose has 6 brothers. Blanche. I'm talking about the bowling alley. As they leave for practice, Rose and Sophia come back to the house. Sophia challenges Dorothy to a side bet. If she wins, Dorothy loans her the money for the trip. If Dorothy wins, Dorothy gets the antique silver earrings that she never gets to borrow. Blanche and Rose do a little trash talking before they leave. It is now tournament day, and they are on lane 7. It's Blanche's favorite lane, as you can see into the men's locker room when the door opens. Rose and Sophia show up on lane 7 as well. The twins aren't bowling now, as they are at a funeral, so they're out of the tournament. Rose and Sophia have copied Blanche's bowling shirt to upset her. Blanche. Rose, take that off. Rose. What? Blanche. You are wearing my bowling outfit. Rose. Why, I do believe you're right. Oh, don't worry about it, honey. Nobody will notice. It looks so different on a woman with a full bosom. Blanche. Don't you throw your bosom in my face. Dorothy points out that to Blanche that they're just trying to upset them, so they lose because they aren't as good at bowling as they are. Then Rose calls Sophia Ma. Dorothy loses her cool. Rose. Oh, did you find a ball that's comfortable, Ma? Dorothy. What did you call her? Rose. Ma. We've grown very close the last few days. Dorothy. Now listen. No one calls her Ma except me. You got that? Have I made myself clear? Blanche. Dorothy. Dorothy, calm down. Sophia. What did I tell you? I knew it would get under her skin. Sophia bowls first, and it's going very, very slowly. But it's a strike. Sophia comes back with an update on score. They have a chance to win it all. She gets the spare, and they move into the lead. Dorothy points out that they still have one frame. Rose points out that Blanche tends to choke when it's crunch time. Blanche steps to the line and starts to have a panic attack. Dorothy does not give her sympathy. She threatens to throw her and her ball down the lane. Blanche winds up chucking the ball, and it got her balls. Then the other two goad Blanche. She bowls again and knocks down 2 whole pins. Dorothy does the math, and they only need a spare to win. Augustine arrives. Dorothy bowls and leaves a 9-pin. They share a memory. That is Augustine and Sophia. Dorothy is clearly touched by it. She blows the spare with a gutter ball. Rose completely goes crazy with excitement because this means that she and Sophia have won not only the bets, but the tournament. Dorothy tells Sophia to go and have a good time with her blessing at the festival in Sicily. Later, Sophia returns and is telling Dorothy how the trip went. They went to visit an old friend, but she passed away that morning. Sophia takes the earrings out of her purse. Sophia, I almost forgot. Here, this is for you. Dorothy, your antique earrings? Sophia, they're yours. You won 'em fair and square. Dorothy, oh, come on. What are you talking about? You and Rose won that tournament. Sophia, please. You blew it on purpose. The 9-pin for the spare is your best shot. You could make that shot all day long. Here, enjoy them. Rose comes home. Dorothy and Blanche are not talking to her. She asks them for forgiveness about how she acted. She tells them she had all their names engraved on a trophy. But when they look at the trophy, Rose's name is 3 times larger than theirs. And we'll be taking a quick break.
Favorite quotes. Rose. Oh, Sophia, that smells heavenly. Is it Chef Boyardee? Sophia. Stick it in my heart, Rose. It will hurt less. Sophia. If this sauce was a person, I'd get naked and make love to it. Blanche. Well, what do you know? Sophia has a past. Sophia. That's right. But unlike yours, I didn't need penicillin to get through it. Rose. Italian men are so romantic. Dorothy. It's the tight pants. Rose. I admit it. I have a problem. I'm too competitive when it comes to athletics. Dorothy. Rose. Get professional help. Blanche. Come on, partner. Let's go get even. Dorothy. Oh, please, Blanche, I'm 55 and Rose has 6 brothers. Blanche. You are wearing my bowling outfits. Rose. Oh, I do believe you are right. Oh, don't worry about it, honey. No one will notice. It looks so different on a woman with a full bosom. Blanche. Don't you throw your bosom in my face. Dorothy. No one calls her Ma except me. You got that? Have I made myself clear? Dorothy. If you don't feel like bowling, you don't have to. Just hold on to the ball and I'll throw you down the lane.
Some fun facts about this episode. Sophia makes a 14-hour marinara sauce. Blanche and all the girls bowl. In the tournament last year, Blanche and Rose were partners. When Dorothy used to bowl, her average was 180. Sophia is actually a better bowler than Dorothy. Augustine's wife passed 31 years ago. Rose has dumped Blanche as her partner and switched to Dorothy without checking with Dorothy first. Rose admits that she did it, and Rose also admits that she is insanely competitive. Rose tells a story about having to transfer high schools due to a field hockey incident. I'd still like to know what that incident actually was. Blanche is going to bowl with one of the twins. Sophia wants to go back to Sicily with Augustine for the festival they met at. The twins exit the tournament, throwing partnerships up in the air, as well as friendships. Dorothy asks Blanche to be her partner. Sophia asks Rose to be hers. Rose and Sophia copy Blanche's bowling shirt to get under her skin. Blanche chokes in the tournament. Dorothy throws, and by that I mean blows, her best shot. Sophia goes to Sicily with Augustine. Sophia gives Dorothy the earrings when she gets back. She knows Dorothy threw the spare on purpose so she could win the bet and go back with Augustine. The big issue, it seems, in this episode is Rose's extreme competitiveness. Now, I'm not sure if you'd want to classify this as compulsion or obsession, extreme drive. I think we can kind of safely say that it definitely qualifies as some aspect of mental illness because of how crazy she goes in regards to trying to win this tournament. Dumping Blanche, partnering with a Nielsen twin, and then when the twins are lost, joining Sophia, who's a better bowler than Dorothy. And the whole reason she dumped Blanche for Dorothy is because Dorothy is the better bowler. All Rose can see is must win, must win, must win. It's probably like a neon sign flashing over her head for her. Nobody else can see it, but she can. And I really, really want to know what the field hockey incident is. I mean, that is actually, I think, one story that she never actually fully tells. She just alludes to it, which is actually kind of hilarious because when does Rose ever not tell a story ad nauseum? I guess that's just going to be one of those mysteries.
It's been great reliving this episode with you. Please check out the podcast website, anchor.fm/I love this TV show, no spaces. You'll be able to see the show notes and also support this podcast. To check out everything I'm up to and nerding about, head over to pastasworld.com. You'll also find additional content there. Thanks for listening and stay golden.